Welcome to Bristol, Connecticut. The Metro region set to take center stage at the Giamatti Complex. It is game number one. Port Washington, New York, Lincoln, Rhode Island set to go head-to-head in this double elimination tournament. The winner of the Metro region goes on to Williamsport. 4 teams make up this Metro region. It's modified double elimination until we get to the championship game later this week. 6-inning game, and everyone bats continuous batting order. And the 4 teams in the Metro region are 2 teams right here. Port Washington from Long Island, Lincoln, Rhode Island, and also Darien, Connecticut, Bayonne, New Jersey. That'll be game 2 of our Metro doubleheader coming up later this evening here in Bristol. With that, we welcome you to Breen Field. Eric Fried alongside Gabby Sanchez. Great to have you with us. It was a dream for young Gabby Sanchez to go to Williamsport in the Little League World Series, and the winner of this region will have that dream come true.
Yeah, you're right. It was my goal when I was playing the Little League to get to Williamsport, to get to that World Series. We didn't even make it out of districts, and these boys, well, they're just, hey, a couple wins away to get there.
You can live vicariously through these teams here today. Let's start with this New York team from Long Island. Port Washington winning the New York State Championship for the first time ever. So they're in the regional round for the first time ever. Played really well, of course, in the state tournament, outscoring teams 24-10 en route to that first state championship. PYA Little League officially Port Youth Activities, and here is their batting order with Brandon Kine, the slick fielding shortstop, to lead things off. Jackson Gorinsky, Carlo Caffaretta, Drew Theo-Harris, who's today's starting pitcher for New York, and Jack Gomez 1 through 5 in the order. And they will bat 11 here today against the starter for Lincoln, Rhode Island. Tucker Shonier will be the first on the hill here. And Tucker, his special talent, making people laugh. He hopes his special baseball talent is getting outs here against this New York team.
Well, I mean, his nickname is Towel, because usually he has a towel in his back pocket, but we don't see the towel here today. So it's going to be interesting what's going on with him.
Well, it's cooled off just a bit because the clouds have moved in, which is not necessarily a good thing. There is a severe thunderstorm watch in the area, so we're good right now, but some gray clouds have moved in. 86 degrees will be our temperature at first pitch, and it is humid, but we do have the weather watch right now. But right now, it's time for Tucker to throw the first pitch of the Metro Regional. He'll do so to Brandon Kine, and it's in there for strike 1. Kine drops it out to right field, and that's the first hit of this Metro Regional as he stays hot at the plate. We'll be impressed by what we see. We've been told by him in the field at shortstop. He's aboard to get things going for Port here in the first.
Yeah, being a little aggressive, too, against Shonier. You know he's going to be throwing a lot of strikes. You like to see these guys coming out aggressive. These New York hitters, they do not care. They're going to swing the bat.
Here's Jackson Gorinsky. Jackson takes ball 1. Jackson, you see the age 11. You'll see as we go along. That's a familiar theme for this team. You have mostly 12-year-olds on these teams playing here in the regional round in Bristol, and there are 3 regions being contested here at the Giamatti Center. But there are a handful of 11-year-olds on this Port team, 5 in all. And we showed you the lineup. They'll bat 11 here today. So a younger group here for Port.
Well, what you got to look at for Port is not only for this year and what they've been able to do, but I mean, they're going to bring back a lot of these kids next year who are going to have experience.
Ball 4, and the first 2 are aboard for Port Washington here in the first.
Well, you're going to have to see now with Shonier all of a sudden, base hit, 4 straight balls to the next batter. He's got to get back into that strike zone. Let that defense work behind him.
Kevin Green is the manager for this Lincoln, Rhode Island team, the Rhode Island State champion. Strike 1 to Caffaretta, the left fielder. This is hit well to left field. It's going to be over the left fielder's head. One run is in as Kine is waved around. Gorinsky being held at third. It's an RBI double for Cafferata, and it's a great start for New York. 1-0 in the first.
Boy, what a swing by Cafferata. Just getting on it again. Throw a strike across the plate, and boy, these guys can hit it. Beautiful short swing to the baseball. Driving it over the head of Lockhart in left field. That's going to be an easy double.
First pitch fouled off by Drew Theoharis, the pitcher batting cleanup. So Carlo comes through with the RBI double. First three are aboard for Port Washington. 1-1 the count to Theoharis. Up and in for a ball, 2-1. Drew and his younger brother Luca on this roster together, and that misses for a ball. 3-1 now to big brother Drew. Luca will hit 10th. That misses inside, gets away. And the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Might be a good time to just go out there and just talk to Shanier, just to kind of settle him down just a little bit. It seems like after the big hits, you know, he just gets a little bit scared of that strike zone. You got to go right after hitters. He's got a good fastball, too. He can paint the corners with it.
So great start for Dave Gabriel's team. He's the manager of this Port squad. Now they're coaching third. Ball one to the number 5 hitter, Jack Gomez, the third baseman, batting with the bases loaded and nobody out. Dave told us yesterday pitching and defense has been the calling card. It's what's carried Port to their first ever regional appearance, but right now they're putting pressure on at the plate.
I mean, they're swinging the bat. They're not extending the strike zone. They're making them throw the ball over the plate.
And they're making Shonier work here in the first, already 16 pitches thrown. That's out of play, and it's 2-2.
Gomez got a nice swing, too. There is power in that bat. He can hit the ball over the fence, so you have to be careful with him. You got to try to keep the ball down.
Comes inside, and Gomez gets a piece. And we'll do the 2-2 again. Port with a win over Mid-Island in the New York State Championship game. 11-5 was the final. Winner of this game will play the winner of our next game between Connecticut and New Jersey. It's a fly ball to right field. Milo Sheridan under it, tagging and holding at third. Well, Port would have had a run there because the throw was into the second baseman, the cutoff man, but Rhode Island gets a much needed out without a run scoring.
Hey, it seems like the talk before, as soon as that ball got hit, because Sheridan was coming in to get that ball, they said, you know what, let's not risk it with bases loaded.
Here's first baseman Max Dempsey with one down. Max fouls it off for ball one.
I love the bats, too. Little pencil bat.
Got the eraser on top.
Got the eraser.
It's like you're bringing together everything right now.
It's got the lead on the bottom.
Is that a number 2?
It's a number 2 pencil.
Breaking ball in there for a strike. It's 1-2. So Shonier perhaps settling in here, trying to get out of this jam. Time is called by Dempsey at the plate. Down the count, 1-2. 1 run in. This will be the 23rd pitch already thrown by Tucker.
Jr. is able to get out of here with only giving up one, that would be a huge win.
Ground ball could be 2 to flip to second to 1 to throw to first. Little hesitation, safe at first, run scores. It's 2-0 Port, 2 down.
Oh, you're right. Just that small little hesitation between Lambert and Fierro at shortstop. That was the only thing that slowed that down just enough to not turn the double play. Good swing. And there it is to Lambert, Fierro, but that little slight hesitation as he was coming in, he just couldn't get that ball out of the glove.
First and third, 2 runs in, 2 down. And here's the center fielder, Walt Cassins. Ball 1. We'll see what Dempsey does at first, if he'll get aggressive at all. Anthony Theoharis is the first base coach.
A little razzle-dazzle, a little steal, see if you can draw the throw and steal another run.
Off the plate for a ball, and there he goes. No throw, so second and third as Dempsey slides down 60 feet. There's a strike, it's 2-1. Kine started the inning with a single on an 0-1 pitch. Gorinsky walked. Cafferata with the RBI double. A walk to Theoharis. Then a fly ball to the right fielder. Now a chance to get out of the inning, giving up just the 2 runs. Good start for Port. Could have been better, so Lincoln perhaps feeling a little bit better about themselves. We'll see what they can do at the plate when we come back. It's New York breaking through. Kine and Gorinsky score the first 2 runs of the Metro Regional. 2-0 Port Washington. Lincoln, Rhode Island at the first regional since 2013. They defeated Barrington last Saturday 2-1. Lincoln in this postseason, they've gone 5-0 in the elimination game, so they've played well with their backs against the wall. They'll come to the plate down 2-0 here in the bottom half of the first. You take a look at their lineup with Jackson Lockhart, the left fielder, leading off. Luca Martinelli, Milo Sheridan, Hugo Fierro, John Radigan, the top 5. They will bat 12 with Harry Mellon, the catcher, batting 12th. And on the mound, Drew Theoharis will get the start for Port Washington. 12-year-old's been really good in the postseason, as you would expect. You've seen him at the plate. Now you'll get a chance to see him on the mound as he gets the start here for the New York State champions. His manager says he's been pitching great. Been a leader, delivering in big spots, setting the tone for the entire team. We'll see him on the mound here against Rhode Island.
Not only pitching great, pitching lights out. And that's what you want to hear from your manager. How's this guy on the mound? Yeah, he's lights out.
Starts with strike 1 to Jackson Lockhart.
Oh, that's a good fastball, too. Gets on top of it, has a little dip down in the zone, almost like a sinker.
Just off to the plate, good movement again, it's 1-1. Jackson, a really good pitcher as well. Oh, you're throwing hard with moving the bottom of the zone. That is lights out.
It's gonna work. Especially you have a little lead. You know that your team is looking for you to try to throw up a 0, and all of a sudden you're dotting just on the outside corner.
That's a ball, 2-2. Slow roller to the right side. That's Gorinsky at second to flip over to Max Dempsey. One down in the first for Lincoln Little League out of Rhode Island. They'll bring up Luca Martinelli. Big things come in small packages, so here comes Flash. Stepping to the plate. Luca will use a little bit of small ball here. 4'8", 73 on the roster. But he's got speed. Looking to bunt. Take strike one. It's always interesting, Gabby, when you look at the faces of some of these kids and you get a gauge pretty early of what they're seeing on the mound. Like, oh, we haven't seen something like this before. Getting here. Ooh, nasty little bunt. Is it going to hug? No, it's going to spin foul.
You see how fast he is, too. I mean, if that ball is in fair territory, nobody is catching it. But you are right. You see these kids, and all of a sudden the first pitch comes by, and they look and they go, "I'm gonna try to bunt this one." And I guarantee you what, that speed is probably why he was a little late there, and that ball went off to the right side.
But you see velocity low in the zone, and you see the kid like the eyebrows raised, looking back to coach, teammates.
Hold on a second.
See Michael Gabriel, the catcher, active back behind the plate. He'll move around a little bit, try to throw the batter off for where the location might be. Michael, not a big guy back behind the plate, but loves to play the position. Manager Dave Sun. There's a strikeout. Michael.
Oh, Michael. That's 10 push-ups when you get into
Michael,
the dugout.
Michael, we got to call you on it, my friend. He knows it too. He thought it was 3, rolled it back. He can smile about it. His dugout's giving it to him as well. Now it's 2 outs, Michael.
Oh, that movement is so good. That's just dotted right on the outside corner, and poor Michael. He thought it was 3 outs.
You can tell, though, like you get the idea.
Him.
He's laughing. The dugout's laughing.
They're playing loose.
You would hope.
Playing loose baseball.
2 down for Milo Sheridan. 2-0 to the right fielder for Lincoln, Rhode Island. Milo might be the top all-around player on what Kevin Green calls a very deep team. Everyone contributing something along the line for this championship. Rhode Island State champs down 2-0. There's Kevin coaching first for Lincoln. And they have their first base runner as Sheridan walks with 2 down here in the first.
Now batting, number 23, Hugo Fierro.
Here's the cleanup hitter, shortstop Hugo Fierro. Hugo takes ball 1.
After 2 pretty quick outs, all of a sudden, Theo Harris has lost the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see how he's going to be on the mound with the Gom first now. He's got to get right back into that zone. Let that fastball work. He's got a really good fastball with a little bit of sink to it.
3-0.
It's 7 straight. 7 straight balls for Theo Harris after he was basically dotting every corner. There it is.
Drew throws a strike to make it 3-1. Pine and Gorinsky scored in the top of the first for Port Washington, North Shore, Long Island. Making the trip up to Bristol for the first time in their program history. That's up for a ball. Back-to-back walks issued by Drew Harris, and 2 on with 2 down.
All of a sudden, I got a little something going.
It's going to bring a conversation. Try to settle things down for this Port Washington team. Dave Gabriel, the manager, assisted by P.G. Gorinsky and Anthony Harris.
Now batting for Rhode Island.
So after dominating
John Radigan.
first couple of batters, running into trouble here. More balls and strikes so far for Drew. Starts with ball 1 to John Radigan, the third baseman.
He's not missing by much now. These balls are just a little bit off. But it looks like he's getting right back into that zone now.
2-1 the count now to Radigan. To the right side, blocked by Dempsey at first. Good job defensively. This Port defense has been excellent during this postseason run. Dempsey used the body to keep it on the infield and gets the outs. 2-0 New York on top of Rhode Island after 1 in Bristol. Port Washington, New York on Long Island, western part of Long Island, not too far from Queens. Pretty quick trip around and up to Bristol, 2.5 hours on a good day. Cow Neck, I did not know. The Port people probably know that. And it supplied sand for many New York City skyscrapers. Gabby Sanchez, you did not. Was social studies or history your favorite class?
No, I didn't know either one of those facts, but now I do.
That's why we have a research department here.
My encyclopedia back when I was growing up didn't have it.
Michael Gabriel trying to get on via a bunt. He cannot. Good job by Rhode Island to get the out, 1 down.
Yeah, Radigan comes in, makes a really nice play, getting that ball quickly and getting it over to first.
Show you the play by John again.
Yeah, I mean, I just love that first movement, right? You see it, you see all of a sudden the square around, go right to that baseball, got around it just enough, makes a good hard throw over to first.
Ethan Spitalnik bats now for Port Washington. In on the hands, popped up, foul ground, turning around and almost making the catch was Radigan. Wasn't very high in the air, so John didn't have much time to react. Almost got it.
Yeah, I think for John, what it was, too, lefty hitting this ball, it's going to have a different movement. He can see he starts to go towards the fence and realizes, uh-oh, that ball's coming back. Just couldn't get there in time.
Misses up for a ball to Ethan. Two and two. Off the plate for a ball. I can hear Ethan's dad. We were told we would be able to hear Josh in the stands here today. With his "Let's go, Ethan." Ground ball to Norman at first. He'll get to the bag in time, 2 down.
Now batting, number 16, Luca Theoharis.
Here is the younger of the Theoharis brothers, Luca. Luca bats 10th. Ethan and Luca not in the field at the start of the game. It's not mandatory that you play in the field, but everybody bats a continuous batting order.
I love that.
2-0 to Luca.
I feel like for Little League, I love that. Everybody has to at least hit. So that means everybody's playing. Everybody's a part of what's going on, win or loss.
2-1 the count to Luca. Oh, off the helmet. Luca up and running down the first. His dad, Anthony, is the first base coach. He's got a smile on his face.
He's not even checking. He's saying we're good.
Coming up to the plate is number
So you're good.
There it
you're
is.
good.
There we got a little smile, just making sure.
Got 2 strikes on you. Go ahead. Get on base.
Here's Mikey Coutinho, number 11 hitter, as this team bats 11. Time is called. Alex Hufford, our plate umpire here this afternoon. First of 2 games in the Metro Regional. That is up for a ball, 2-0. The Tucker Shonier allowed the first 4 to reach base in the first inning, but just 2 runs scored for Port Washington. He had retired 4 in a row before hitting Theoharis with a pitch. Ground ball to second. Doing it himself is Lambert, and that will retire the side. We played 1.5 in this Metro Regional showdown between New York and Rhode Island, with Port Washington on top 2-0. Lincoln, Rhode Island, their Little League team has been to Williamsport a couple of times, 2001 and 2004. But what do you need to know about the town itself? Well, you can imagine, named after Abraham Lincoln. It's close by to Providence, and it's known for autocrat syrup. Now, coffee syrup, I know I've got friends in Rhode Island who swear by coffee milk. Coffee syrup is a thing. Coffee ice cream is very popular. So if you like coffee flavoring and coffee, yeah, but Rhode Island, stop by.
Interesting.
I
just learned about Dirty Coke.
Dirty Coke.
They put milk in Coke and they drink it. It doesn't. My kids were doing it, and I was just like, nah, I'm good.
Milk and Coke.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look good.
I remember hearing, who drank milk and Pepsi? Is that like Laverne and Shirley? Laverne of Laverne and Shirley? I'm showing my age here. Someone knows out there. 1-1 the count to the leadoff hitter for Rhode Island here in the second inning. Ryder Norman, the first baseman. A couple of walks issued by Drew Theoharis in that first inning. Port Washington with a 2-0 lead. Double elimination. Winner of this game next plays Monday, 1 o'clock on ESPN against the winner of our next game between Darien, Connecticut and Bayonne, New Jersey. Loser of this game goes to an elimination game tomorrow, 7 p.m. One hop to second. Gorinsky to first, one down. So double elimination in the early rounds, but once you get to the championship, even if you're undefeated, that is one game winner take all for the spot in Williamsport. And is now the custom. Bristol will have 3 teams heading off to Williamsport. The Metro champion, the New England champion, and the Mid-Atlantic champion. So very busy, exciting week here at the Giamatti Center. Eli Lambert bats with 1 down for Rhode Island here in the second. Being in tight games, nothing new for Rhode Island. They're up against Cranston West. 3-0, gave up the lead, came back to win, and Kevin Green said that was the first indication we had that there was something special about this group, that they had it. They lost to Barrington 5-1, so they were in the elimination bracket, but they came back, beat Barrington twice to get here to Bristol, including 2-1 in the championship last Saturday.
And there's something to be said, too, of a team that understands that, all right, we've been in these situations before, we've been down, and we know that we can come back. That's what you see in this Rhode Island team. Everybody's still happy, everybody's still smiling.
3-1 the count to Eli Lambert. That's out of play. As you would expect, quite a few Red Sox fans on this Rhode Island team, including Eli. I'm guessing these 12-year-olds were standing by the Red Sox in the dark days of April, May, and the beginning of June.
Going, what's happening? They're very happy now.
The youngsters stick with it. The older generation says, well, there goes our summer, until all of a sudden they started winning, and the Sox have not stopped winning since then.
Yeah, what's funny, too, is that his favorite player is not even a Boston Red Sox. It's Ellie De La Cruz.
Ellie De La Cruz.
And I've seen a lot of Ellie De La Cruz, a lot of young players. Favorite player right now is Ellie De La Cruz.
It's in there for strike 3. Theoharis brings the heat, gets the strikeout, his second, 2 down.
Theoharis, this is a good fastball. There's nothing else you can talk about. It's got good movement to it. It's electric, and it's coming in firm. Every single ball that has been hit off the bat from Rhode Island players really is going opposite way. They're not able to catch that ball out in front.
Up for ball 1 to Cade Santos. I think we need a little bit more information just than skiing trips from Cade, tricks from Cade. He does say he's a competitive ski racer. Are we talking about moguls? We talking about slalom? We talking about getting some air?
We're talking about everything that will just destroy my knees. That's what we're talking about.
Well, that's if you're going to do ski tricks and jumps, you definitely have to start young. Because when you get older, you think about everything that can go wrong, that can go right when you try some of those things. 3-1, the count now to Cade. 3-2.
I'll tell you what, if Theo Harris could just do that, just here it is. Go ahead and try to hit it. He's going to have a very successful day. He's got a very good arm on the mound.
And he shows it there, gets the strikeout looking to retire the side. Third strikeout for Drew Theoharis. 2-0. Port Washington on top of Lincoln, Rhode Island after 2. Port Washington, New York got off to a great start. Single, walk, double, walk. First 4 batters. The double off the back of Carlo Cafferata put New York on top 1-0. They would score a second run on a fielder's choice off the back of Max Dempsey. They had a big threat going. They had him loaded with nobody out and scored twice. That is the score right now, 2-0 as we head to the top half of the third inning as Port will send Duffney, Shonier, and Linares. They'll send Kine, Gorinsky, and Cafferata to the plate. And there is Tucker Shonier. Slow start, but he's settled in. What do you notice in there, Gabby?
Yeah, well, what it was is all of a sudden it just seemed like he got back onto it, especially in that second inning. But just like everything else, Shonier knows that he's at the top of the lineup right now and that he struggled with them the last go around. So for him, it's just staying positive on the mound.
To the shortstop, waiting on it is Fierro. The throw over the first is a good one. And Kine is retired after he had singled and scored in the first. One down here in the third.
And that's exactly what you want to do, Shonier, right? Go right after the hitters. Let them put them in play. Let your defense work for you.
Number 12, Jackson Gorinsky.
Here's Jackson Gorinsky. Walked and scored in the first. Ball 1. Two and 0 the count to Gorinsky. Ball 3.
Nice little fun note about Gorinsky, too, is that he said he's not going to get a haircut. until the team is out of it. So he's hoping that he's got a big, long lock and flow.
Not seeing quite
It's
mullet
not too bad
action.
right now.
Yeah, not a lot of party in the back there. Let's see what happens. You get another month there. Jackson, he walks for a second time.
Coming up to the plate, number 53.
Something that we watch closely here, as there'll be a meeting at the mound here for Lincoln, is managing the pitch count. 21 to 55 pitches, you need 1 day of rest. And you can see the breakdown, the number of days of rest you need. And once you hit that 66th pitch, you have to sit for 4 days. And we saw that earlier today in the New England region. They went to their aces, but you hope that you can get that second win with your number 2 pitcher and bring that ace back on, in the case for the New England, Thursday for the championship. We'll see how it plays out here, but this is what we have to watch for Rhode Island right now, because Tucker's thrown 49 pitches so far, so he's coming up on the 2 days of rest required threshold. Sun continues to fight through the clouds here in Bristol. Catcher looking for it. It's at the feet of Mellon. Ball 1 to Keferata. But that will do with the sun as well. We had that overcast at the start. Hot day here, very humid in central Connecticut. So it was 86 degrees at first pitch, but it'll feel like low to mid 90s as this sun hangs around for a while on a Saturday afternoon.
I'll tell you this, Keferata looks like he's about to just have some damage happen. The stance, the way he's up there, the movements. That was a 3-0 take, but even at that 3-0 take, you can just see you throw something in that zone right now, this ball might be going a long way.
Careful with him. He had doubled in a run in the first. He's on for a second time. Back-to-back walks now for Port. They've got 2 on and 1 out for the cleanup hitter, Drew Theoharis.
Now batting, number 10, Drew Theoharis.
That misses for ball 1. Drew walked and was forced out at second his first time. That just misses, and it's 2-0. Ball 3. Four-pitch walk issued to Theoharis, and it's bases loaded and 1 out for Port Washington. And we'll have a pitching change. So 58 pitches for Tucker. That means he needs 3 days of rest.
I think that's where they wanted to kind of keep him at. And I think that's why they came out first, to let him know, hey, look, this is where we're going to kind of do. We're going to look to stay at about under 60. There'll be 3 days of rest. But now you're going to have to put together a situation where you got bases loaded and there's nowhere else to put anybody.
So Jackson Lockhart comes in at a tough spot, but he is the ace of the staff, and he'll come in to try to just keep this Port Washington rally from getting any further. We'll take a timeout, be back in a moment here in Bristol. You can find Little League on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. And don't forget to use the hashtag LLWS. Big spot here, bases loaded, one out for the New York State champions, and this one is hit well to left field. It's carrying, it's deep, it's off the fence. Gomez puts a charge in one. He'll bring in one run. Here comes a second run, and Jack Gomez makes it a 4-0 game. The first pitch from Jackson Lockhart is a long single that brings in two.
All right, we were just going to talk about Lockhart's got a good fastball. But how about Jack Gomez? He did not care about it. He was ready to hit, and this ball just kept going and going and going. Guys are tagging up, thinking that it's gonna be caught, but that ball hits right off the fence. And because those guys were tagging up, you were only able to score two.
First and second for Max Dempsey. You can tell Lockhart can bring the gas, but give credit to Gomez. He was sitting on first pitch fastball, and he hit it well.
It looked like the coaching staff said, listen, you're going to probably get a first pitch fastball, and it's going to probably be a strike with bases loaded. There's nowhere to put you, so be aggressive. And boy, he was.
Two and one, the count to Max Dempsey. Brought in a run on a fielder's choice. That one gets away from Lockhart.
Well, Lockhart does have a curveball. We haven't really seen any breakers here today so far. A lot of fastballs, changeups. First breaking ball we've seen.
Fouled off by Dempsey, and it's 3-2. Fourth walk of the inning issued by the Rhode Island staff as Dempsey walks, and now load him up.
Now batting, number 15, Walt Cassins.
Walt Cassins comes to the plate with the bases loaded and one out. He grounded to short back in the first. Right side, moving over as the second baseman. Can't hang on to it, and a run will score, and everybody's safe. Lambert got there, then the ball was dropped, and a run scores. 3 in the inning for Port. It's 5-0.
Coming up to the plate, number 2, Michael.
And for Lambert at second base, he gets to this ball. He was going to do the right thing, too. He wasn't going to try to turn double play. He realized, okay, that run's going to score. Just get that out at first base. Seems as he was bringing that ball in, it just got away from him.
Michael Gabriel lifts one down the left field line, and it is just foul. Michael grounded out to third in the second. Shonier got the first out of the inning, a ground ball to short off the bat of Kine, but then Gorinsky, Keferata, and Theo Harris all walked. Lockhart came on for Shonier. Gomez hit the first pitch he saw to the fence for a 2-run single. And it's 2-1 now to Gabriel. This is in, it's 3-1 with the bases loaded. Infield in for Rhode Island. Trying to cut down a run at the plate. (3-1). That will bring in a run. Gabriel walks. 6-0 Port Washington.
New York is doing everything correctly. They're making you come into the zone before they swing the bat. Right now, for Lockhart on the mound, and it's hard. And it's hard for big leaguers. It's hard for college players. Just like it is for Little Leaguers, once you start to fall behind and you understand that the other team, boy, they can swing the bat, you start to get afraid of the strike zone, and that's when you have to be ultra aggressive. Just get in there. Go ahead. If you're going to get a run in, you're going to have to earn it by swinging the bat.
Ethan Spitalnik grounded the first in the second, and the count 2-0 here in the third. 4 runs in for New York. Big cut, swing and a miss for a strike. It's 2-2. Two and one, correction. 2-1 the count to Ethan. Now it's 2-2.
You knew it.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
No, I wouldn't go that far. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the third. There's the breaking ball in there for strike 3. Big pitch by Jackson Lockhart, 2 down.
Boy, this is just a lot of fastball, 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 and all of a sudden 2-2 count. What does he do? Oh, the old wrinkle, the 12-6er to get the strikeout. Boy, he needed that one.
You can tell just by Ethan's reaction. Got fooled on it. Credit to Jackson Lockhart for getting the strikeout. Luca Theoharis fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. He was hit by a pitch back in the second. Coming inside.
He's got a magnet to him.
1-1.
Those are the ones where you tell your guys, stay in there, go ahead. Got bases loaded. As a player, you're going, no thank you, I'm backing out of here.
Ground ball too short. Fierro goes to second for the force, and that will do it. But 4 runs come across for Port Washington, and the New York State champions have a 6-0 lead. Big shot by Jack Gomez. Right off the fence, bringing in 2, and it's all Port in Bristol. Yeah. So let him go to 54. That just stays 1 day rest. Day 1 of the Metro region here in Bristol. 4 teams. We're watching New York and Rhode Island. Coming up tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern time here in Bristol. Connecticut Darien Little League taking on New Jersey Bayonne Little League. The winners will take on the winner of this game coming up Monday afternoon at 1. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, our first elimination game in the Metro region between the loser of this game and the loser of our nightcap tonight. Darien Little League getting things ready. Little BP before tonight's 7 o'clock game. Bottom half of the third inning. Here's Adrian Duffney leading things off for Lincoln, Rhode Island. 1-1 the count to the Lincoln center fielder. 4 in a row retired by Drew Theo Harris. That misses the mark, and it's 2-1. 3 strikeouts for Drew.
Talk about the 2 strikeouts. How about that last inning? He had 2 strikeouts. Both of those batters started off on a 3-0 count. And he came all the way back to get the strikeouts. Now for pitch count, you don't want to see that. You want him to go out there and just attack these hitters, especially with that good fastball.
2-2 the count to Duffney leading things off here in the third for Lincoln. Well, he's gone to a 3-2 count on 3 straight hitters. Got strikeouts the first 2 times, but it's a walk here to Duffney to start things in the third.
Coming up to the plate, number 2, Tucker Schwarmier.
Here's the first at-bat for Tucker Schwarmier. One on 1 to count to Tucker. Big rip by Tucker.
He was trying to see if he could turn this into a 6-2 ball game with that swing. Love to see it, though. Go ahead and get your swing off.
Got a piece. Do the 1-2 again. Time being called by the manager for Lincoln, Rhode Island, Kevin Green, who's the first base coach. Conversation with our plate umpire, Alex Hufford.
I wonder if they're saying did he make contact with her or not? I'm confused on what happened there.
Perhaps contact with the catcher's glove. Don't know. Line shot, fair ball down the line. There's the first hit for Rhode Island. Digging for third and being sent home. Here comes the runner. No throw, and Rhode Island's on the board, and that's got to feel great for Tucker delivering at the plate and getting Rhode Island their first hit and their first run as he brought in Duffney. 6-1.
Oh, that was pretty, and I guarantee you what, he feels really good after this one. What a pretty swing, staying on it, driving it the opposite way down that left field line. That ball was smoked. How about Duffney, too? He was on his horse.
Merrick Fierro, the third base coach, assistant for this Rhode Island team. You saw him. He was ready to wave.
Yeah, he wasn't going to stop.
Duffney around. Fleet-footed center fielder's got some speed, and good send by the third base coach. No throw with that speed shown by Duffney. So Rhode Island on the board. It's a 6-1 game here in the bottom of the third. Danny Linares at the plate. A little late on that cut, but stays in there. It's 0-2. Danny, the number 11 hitter for this Rhode Island team. Again, continuous batting order. Ground ball, gloved by the second baseman. Gorinsky over the first, productive out, as moving over to third is Schwarmier, 1 down.
That's just beautiful baseball, team baseball. Letting that ball get in, hitting it the opposite way, getting that runner over to third. I'll tell you what, Gorinsky has been active over there at second base.
Number 12 hitter Harry Mellon steps in.
I was wondering if they were going to bring the infield in. It looks like they are going to be bringing the infield in.
Time called here. Get out towards that Port dugout. They're going to make a
defensive change
maybe in the field. Well, looks like Luca Theoharis heading out to left. And Carlo Cafferata is going to go down to the bullpen and get loose. 55 pitches thrown by Drew Theoharis. So he's on the 2 days of rest minimum at this point. If he gets to 65 pitches beyond that, well, actually he's thrown 56 now, so he's at 3 days of rest, 51 to 65. So it's 3 days of rest. So 65 would be the cutoff for waiting for. Maybe that's what Port's got in mind here.
Yeah, don't let him get to that 65 mark.
Scooped by the catcher, Gabriel. Will keep the runner at third, Shonier. He's there with one out. 2-1 to count to Harry Mellon. Ball three. Theoharis may be tiring a little bit. A couple of deep breaths.
Yeah, I was just about to tell you. It seems like he might be a little tired. A little heat getting to him.
Told you it was overcast at the beginning. There's ball four. A little peek to the dugout from the pitcher as well, which is a tell usually. So, a little conversation here as Drew's dad will come out. Little chat, maybe seeing if he's got 5 more pitches in him right now. Does he want to make the change right now? Top of the order for Rhode Island is Jackson Lockhart will be the batter. Make sure things are set defensively as well with first and third. So once again, 60 pitches thrown by Drew Theoharis. So he's in that 51 to 65 range right now, which means he would need 3 days of rest. But once you get past 65, that's 4 days of rest. Planning purposes, the championship game for this region is Friday, so that would certainly be within that range. Thursday would be fine too. That's what the New England region's dealing with after they let their aces go deep. Strike one from Theoharis to Lockhart, who grounded to second in the first. Slow roller right side, another chance for Gorinsky. The flip to first for the out. Scoring from third is Shonier to make it 6-2.
This Rhode Island team has a lot of fight. We talked about it. They understand what it means to be down. They understand what it is to play from behind.
Time being called here. There's 2 outs, and the runner at second is the catcher, Harry Mellon. So you can have a courtesy runner for the catcher or the pitcher with 2 outs, and the last batter to make an out will take over, and that's Jackson Lockhart. So Mellon will head to the dugout.
Which is a pitcher, which they could easily run for him too.
So here is Luca Martinelli. In this Metro bracket, the winners play Monday, the losers play tomorrow. The next game in this bracket would be the 2 winners of the losers bracket elimination round game Wednesday. That's something to think about. Shot down to first Max Dempsey with it, and that will do it. But Rhode Island breaks through. They get their first hit, their first runs at 6-2 after 3 here in Bristol. All right, here's our game track. New York jumped out to a 6-0 lead, 2-0 in the first. They added 4 in the top of the third before Rhode Island answered back with 2 in the bottom half of the third rather. And the first hit of the game for Rhode Island against Drew Theo Harris came off the bat of Tucker Shonier. So it is 6-2, and we have the third pitcher of the game being used by Rhode Island. Jackson Lockhart threw 21 pitches, but it goes into the books as a 20-pitch performance because you can finish against the hitter you face. So he can come back tomorrow for Rhode Island if they don't win this game, if they're in that elimination game. So Milo Sheridan will take over now.
I'll tell you this, Milo Sheridan, watching him pitch, he's a crossfire, low 3/4, so it's almost a sidewinder. He's got a ton of movement with a good arm. This is going to be fun to watch him against this New York team.
So Sheridan moves from right field to the mound. That means Jackson Lockhart will move out to right field for Lincoln, Rhode Island, as Milo throws his final warm-up pitch for 2. And then we will see 11, 1, and 2 for Port Washington. Coutinho, Kine, and Gorinsky. So a lot for these coaching staffs to manage here. You're just trying to keep track of the pitches. You have to keep in mind that you could play tomorrow. If you come from behind, then you get a day off tomorrow, which is why this game is so critical. You want to win game 1. You're just in control. You've kind of got that incredible edge that you're in that winner's bracket. You get that day of rest. You win again, then you play on Friday for the Metro Championship.
And when we talk to every single one of these coaches, they all said the same thing. They want to go out there and try to win game 1.
Coutinho hit by the first pitch thrown by Sheridan, so he's aboard to start things here in the 4th.
That one's going to leave a mark. That one got him right in the thigh. But Sheridan throws the ball hard. It's that low 3/4, almost sideline that we were talking about. Yeah, you can see him touching it, going, yeah, little Charlie horse. Give me a second. Let that one go away.
Second's all he needs. He's ready to go. Standing at the bag at first. He's aboard for the first time today, and here's Kine. Singleton scored in the first, grounded to short in the 3rd. Well, you can tell Sheridan, if he can get that command dialed in, that is
it's nasty.
A tricky delivery that you probably don't see too often throughout the course of All-Stars. Fought off. It's 0-2.
And when you look at Sheridan, too, it's where he stands, right? It's like right in the middle of the rubber. And usually guys who have that crossfire, they might stand on that first base side of the rubber or that third base side. He stands right in the middle. And when that foot lands, well, I mean, he is basically about 2 feet over from that middle of the rubber.
Foul tip into the mitt of Mellon, the catcher, who holds on to it. Strikeout for Sheridan, 1 down.
Hey, here's the delivery. Watch where that front foot is. How far out? What happens? That hitter starts to bail out a little bit because he feels like, oh, that ball is coming at me.
Ball 1 to Gorinsky. Walked twice, scored twice for Port Washington. Two and 0.
Sheridan tall too, 5'8", 131 pounds on the mound. It's a big boy.
Two and 1. Seeing some of the stuff that Milo showed in the state tournament. Had 12 strikeouts against Barrington. Scored the game-winning run in that championship game. 2-1 was the final. 2-2 the count to Gorinsky with 1 down and 1 on here in the 4th. Out of play. Good at-bat here from Gorinsky. Here's the 7th pitch to the at-bat. We'll need an 8th. Good battle by the Port Washington second baseman. That's second in this lineup. 3rd time through the order for Port Washington. 3rd pitcher used by Lincoln. Throw down to second. Big bounce off the short backstop here behind home plate. Not a lot of room between the plate and the backstop, but good read by Coutinho to get down there on the wild pitch.
And good job, too, by Coutinho sliding feet first. You're not allowed to slide head first. It almost looked like he was going to. That ball gets away, and right here, right at the end, oh, let me slide feet first real quick. In there safely.
Hit well to right field, moving back and over the head of Lockhart. Coutinho waved around. He'll score. Stopping at second is Gorinsky. Great at bat by Jackson Gorinsky. He wins the battle, brings in a run at 7-2 Port Washington.
Boy, you are right with Gorinsky. The first pitch, he was bailing out, and then all of a sudden you can see that he got a lot more comfortable as that at bat was going and just stayed on this pitch and drove it opposite field over the head of Lockhart for an RBI double.
Here's Cafferata. Comes up, hits him on the hands. He'll take first base. Second hit batter for Sheridan. That's a great point about Gorinsky, because when you're seeing a pitcher like Sheridan who has that unique delivery and is throwing hard, but to battle and see pitch after pitch to the point where you feel comfortable at the plate against that pitcher, because you've seen 9 pitches. That's a great job.
And a lot of times, too, you haven't faced a guy that does this crossfire where he's throwing it from. And then guys are going like, wait a minute, he's throwing it from a different location. It looks like it's going to hit me. And then realizing like, oh, okay, now I'm starting to see where that release point is, and I can feel a lot more comfortable.
2-0 the count to Drew Theoharis. Walked in the first, walked again in the third, and scored on an error. Ground ball to the pitcher, goes to third for one. The throw across the diamond is wide. Runner is safe. Heading over to the third and making the big turn, but stopping at third is Cafferata. Second and third as Theoharis moves on to second base. So they get the force at third.
Coming up to the plate is
But two runners on base with one out and both in scoring position.
I tell you what, too, I loved it with Sheridan. That ball comes right back at him right away. He was looking to throw it to third. Gets it over to Radigan. Radigan did a nice job, too. Just pulled that throw a little bit up the line.
Looks like they want to get a runner for Theoharis, the pitcher. I think it's going to be Gorinsky who will take his place since he was the one who was
the last out.
The last out, yes. So Gorinsky, who was forced out at third, is going to go back to second. He's going to try that again.
So let's try this one over.
So with two outs, you can make that move. And here is Gomez. Strike one. Jack flied out to right in the first and brought in two runs with a deep single in the third. That's out of play, and it's 0-2 to the Port Washington third baseman. 2 runs in the first, 4 in the third, 1 run in here in the fourth for the New York State champions. Game number 1 of the Metro region. New Jersey and Connecticut to follow. And this is for a ball 1 and 2. Gomez gets a piece.
Tell you what, this Port Washington team, they've taken some really good at-bats, making pitchers work. Look at Sheridan. I mean, Sheridan's a tough AB. They've got him to 21 pitches already.
Slapped out to center field, and a diving catch made by Adrian Duffney. Duffney does it again in the postseason. He made web gem after web gem in Rhode Island. Now he's taking his show to Bristol.
Oh boy, is he ever. That saves 2 runs. What a play out there in center field.
worth another look or two or three. Adrian Duffney in center field for Rhode Island.
Oh, what a play. The break on the ball right away coming in. Off the bat, I thought that ball was getting down. That was going to be 2 more runs for Port Washington. Adrian Duffney says, not so fast. What a play.
The home half of the 4th inning for Rhode Island. Number 44, Milo.
His manager,
Sheridan.
Kevin Green, was telling us about just the amazing catches he made en route to a Rhode Island State championship. I'm sure Adrian and his teammates were hoping he'd get a chance for a Web Gem here in Bristol, and he didn't wait very long. It came in game 1 of the Metro region, robbing Jack Gomez of a hit and keeping this deficit manageable at 7-2 right now as Theo Harris works here in the 4th.
Yeah, for Theo Harris, I think this is going to be his only batter in this inning. Reason being, when he came in, he was underneath that threshold. So you can go through the threshold and then it will revert back. So he'll probably just face this one batter and he'll have his 3 days of rest rather than 4.
Dave Gabriel, the manager. See what his decision is. So it's a walk to Sheridan to start things here in the 4th. And Gabriel is coming out of the dugout. So as Gabby mentioned, it will go into the books in that 51 to 65 pitch range, because even though he threw 68, it reverts back to where he was when this batter stepped in. So that's important to know. We've got him for 69, but it still counts as 65. That's important to note because now he's got to rest for 3 days. If he faced another batter, it would be 4 days of rest. And we saw earlier Cafferata went down to get loose, so he will be pitcher number 2 used by Port Washington here today. So you get a good look at Cal, who was playing in left field. Carlo, he's been very productive at the plate. Doubled in a run, walked and scored, was hit by a pitch. Now we'll see what CC can do on the mound.
All right, if CC shows me anything like he shows me what he can do with the bat, he's going to be a tough guy to face. And this is a ball player. Right? In between innings, he went and he was warming up Theo Harris while Gabriel was getting his gear on. So, I mean, tell you what, he can do it all.
Number 23.
He was in left field before Luca Theo Harris went out to replace him when he was getting loose earlier. Luca stays out in the left. Drew goes to the dugout. But again, continuous batting, so he'll continue to hit. Sent out to right field. Base hit, first and second for Rhode Island. Sheridan starts with a walk. Fierro follows with a single.
Gotta love the fight
Number 13.
with this Lincoln, Rhode Island team. Just not giving in. All right, we're down 7-2, so what do we need to do? We need to score some runs.
Here's John Radigan. Inside, just missed him. Well, they say he swung the bat. Trying to get out of the way, and I guess lost control of the barrel, and on the appeal it's rung up as strike 1.
I'm interested to see, because usually when that happens, the umpires give you the benefit of the doubt of, hey, he was trying to get out of the way, especially if it's not really a swing. If you were just kind of flailing out, yeah, you might have passed, but it's unintentional.
Slaps it out to second. They look for the tag, the throw to first in time. I think they said they missed the tag on the runner heading to second base. So good job by Fierro, because it looked like he was dead to rights heading to second base, but he evaded the tag. And now the manager, Kevin Green, is bringing the umpires together. I wonder if there's something at first base, as Radigan was heading down to first, that they want to challenge here. So two members of our umpiring crew will just head over. They'll put the headsets on, and the replay center will take a look at this and decide. Not quite sure what they're going to be looking at here, so we'll take a peek.
I think what they're thinking is that Radigan actually beat out the throw, and I think that's what they're trying to say. Now, this ball not hit really hard. Just kind of put the ball in play. Good things are going to happen.
A lot of attention here. Tried to get the tag. I mean, way out of the line.
And you have 3 feet, and I feel like that was more than 3 feet. I feel like that was going to be more of the replay challenge than anything else.
And my question would be, so out was the call. That looks to be the challenge. You're right, Gabby. But would Port come back and then perhaps challenge?
It's so hard because it's where you start your line. So it's going to be hard to say that one, just like it's going to be hard for me to overturn that. Remember that tie does not go to the runner.
Well, here's the thing too. Now let me just go through replays a little bit, and here you are, frame by frame.
He's out.
I think it's a close one, but being out of the baseline is not on my list of reviewable plays here, so that's something that Port can't challenge unless you see it somewhere that I don't have on my list.
Nope.
Double spaced it, made it big font for you too.
I appreciate it. I mean, I have this as call confirmed, to be honest with you. I feel like that ball is touching before that foot hits.
So again, the decision being made by video review and just being relayed to our field umpires, and the call is confirmed. Gabby was on top of it, as was the umpiring crew. Tyrone Powell, the first base umpire, got it right. Darren Besischek, the crew chief. And I'll bring up Ryder Norman with 2 on and 1 out. So an unsuccessful challenge for Rhode Island. They have 1 unsuccessful challenge remaining. And now
I have a feeling that they're going to be talking about the base runner to second, but you're right. When we went through the list of reviewable plays, we do not see the base runner leaving the baseline as a reviewable play. The hard part with it, too, is that the base runner basically creates his own line. So it's not like you have to stay in between first and second. You can choose to be on the inside part, and that's where you're going. Yeah, it looks like they said, nope, that is not a reviewable play. We cannot review it.
It's also really not a play that the umpires, Gabby, can get together, the 4 of them, and say, well, what did you see? Because that's the second base umpire's call right there. He's watching that play right there. First base umpire has his hands full there. We've got runners all over the bases.
And right away he said safe.
Well, you saw in that replay, it was a pretty wide path into the grass by Fierro. Ground ball to third. They've got the runner in the rundown, but coming hard to the plate, out at home is Sheridan. Started to say before, you're allowed 2 unsuccessful challenges. So if they wanted to, Rhode Island could challenge here. But if they weren't successful, they would be out of challenges until the 6th inning, until extra innings rather.
Yeah, and I don't think you do it. I think Gomez did a great job of getting to that baseball, worked around it, checked out Sheridan, the base runner. Basically caught Sheridan in no man's land, which, I mean, it's hard because it's either you go on contact or you stay back, but he was really off third base.
Alvarada's just been throwing strikes since he's come on. 6 pitches, all thrown for strikes by Carlos so far. 2 down for Eli Lambert, 0-1 the count. That one misses. That's the first one that's missed the zone.
Yeah, that's a good miss, though. If you're going to miss, that's where you want to miss.
Little squib. This could be trouble. The race to the bag, and just holding on to it was Dempsey, and getting to the bag to retire the side. So Rhode Island threatens. They do not score. Good job by Cafferata on the mound in relief for Port Washington. The New York State champions leading Rhode Island 7-2 after 4 in Bristol. Who's 13? Radigan. If you want your child to experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball, visit playlittleleague.org and enter your address to find a Little League community program near you. Gabby Sanchez mentioned at the top of the telecast his dreams of getting to Williamsport came up short, as did mine.
They ended quickly.
Way back in the wooden bat days. But for these kids, the dream very much alive, trying to get to Williamsport. The winner of this Metro region will head to Pennsylvania for the Little League World Series. Fourth pitcher of the game used by Rhode Island as Hugo Fierro moves from shortstop to the pitcher's mound. Max Dempsey leading things off for Port Washington here in the 5th. New York State champs on top 7-2. Shonier got the start. Lockhart followed. Sheridan was the third pitcher. And now Fierro, as Lincoln tries to manage the pitch count. Oh, called a strike. Dempsey's got to go pick up the bat.
Whoops.
Max brought in a run with a fielder's choice in the first, walked in the third. Three-two. Do it again.
And just like they've done with every other pitcher, I mean, just long ABs, making pitchers throw. It's about to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Rhode Island staff has not had a 1-2-3 inning so far here this afternoon.
And even if they did, it's still about a 24-pitch inning, it seems like. About 8 pitches per at-bat.
Big reason why we are into the 4th pitcher of the game for Rhode Island, because the pitch counts have been driven up by these Port hitters. 9th pitch of this at-bat coming up. Another 3-2. Hit the center field. That's Duffney's territory. You know it's not getting by him. 1 down.
Teams are going to start to get really bright and say, okay, look, we know that we want to drive the ball up the middle, but we've got to pick a corner because
maybe we got to go
Duffney out there is going to catch everything.
Side or go the opposite way a little bit here.
Yeah, let's not have great hitting and hit the ball right back up the box because you've got Adrian Duffney out there who's going to catch everything.
Walt Cassins 0 for 2 today. Grounded to short in the first, reached on an error in the third. Two and 0 to Cassins. Ben's in there for a strike. It's 2-1. Well, another one of those 11-year-olds we talked about at the top of the show. Team that's got a pretty even split between 12-year-olds and 11-year-olds. Hard shot to the shortstop. Norman at short right now. No problem for Ryder, who goes from first to short, with Fierro going from short to the mound. 2 down.
Coming up to the plate for New York. Number 2.
I mean, really fun to be able to see all the changes that were made. All of a sudden, Norman was at first base. They go, you know what? We're going to bring Fierro in. You go over to short. Radigan, you go over to first base. Lockhart, you've been playing everywhere. Why don't you try third base out? The fun parts about Little League, play all the positions. You never know what you're going to be playing the next level. So get good at every single one that you can play now.
Michael Gabriel at the plate with 2 down. 0-1 the count. Slow roller to the right side. Lambert's the flip over to first, and for the first time today, it's a 1-2-3 inning thrown by Rhode Island pitching. Hugo Fierro with the easy inning. 7-2 New York over Rhode Island after 4.5 here in Bristol. Game track. Oh, Walt Cassins, the throwback photo. Love it.
Look at me. I can be center field.
Walt and his New York teammates jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first. They added 4 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Rhode Island's runs coming in the third inning. Drew Theo Harris got the start for Port Washington, giving way to Carlo Cafferata. First pitch is fouled out of play by Kate Santos, leading things off for Rhode Island here in the fifth. Santos waits on the breaking ball, gets a piece. He's down the count 0-2. Cade struck out against Theo Harris back in the second inning. One thing that stands out about Carlo Cafferata, he throws strikes.
Yeah, he's not afraid to come after you. 10 pitches, 9 strikes, only 1 ball.
Gets the strikeouts. 1 down here in the 5th. Could have been a bigger lead for New York were it not for the play made by the man who's coming to the plate. I know he's coming to hit, but we got to show what he did with the glove, Adrian Duffney.
Oh, I mean, this saved 2 runs and maybe more, because you don't know what happens if this ball gets by him. But coming in and making the play.
Duffney squibs one into no man's land. Going to be a tough play, and he beats it out. Infield single for Adrian, who walked and scored back in the 3rd. He's on with 1 out here in the 5th.
A tough play for Gorinsky there, because he's coming in and trying to make the play and realizes that he's not going to be able to get in front of it, so he has to flip it over. Well, in doing so, that gives enough time for Adrian Duffney, the speedster, to be safe at first.
Manager for Port Washington, Dave Gabriel, out to talk to the umpires.
It looks like he's going to want to take one of those challenges. I don't think that this one should take long. At least from what we saw, it looked like he did beat it out.
So first challenge for New York. Rhode Island has an unsuccessful challenge already here today. All right, let's take a peek at first.
Oh, yeah.
Underhand toss. Not in the glove yet. Foot on the bag.
It has to be, they say the interior, and then when I speak to umpires, they're like, it's got to at least touch leather. So you can see the foot's there, and that ball is completely out.
You would think this would be pretty quick review here. Dave Gabriel taking a shot, hoping.
I mean, I don't mind it. You have, what you said, 2? See a play there, you're where you are in the ball game. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see what happens here.
Taking a little time here. I think this is going to be. It is confirmed. Good call at first by Tyrone Powell again. He's been on it. So Rhode Island trying to get something going. Down by 5, and here comes the guy who came up with their first hit of the game. Tucker Shonier had an RBI double back in the 3rd. He takes ball 1. That came against the starter for New York, Drew Theo Harris. Two and 0.
Tried the little slide step there. Little quick pitch.
Three and 0. So Cafferata, little control issue here. 4-pitch walk to Tucker Shonier. 2 on with 1 out here in the 5th.
And you got to start to think too, did that delay there by Dave Gabriel, going out there and challenging that, did that get to Cafferata? And all of a sudden, now he has to try to get right back into the zone.
Strike 1 to Danny Linares, who grounded to second back in the 3rd. Kevin Green said Danny is the team chatterbox. And we're going to have a weather delay. They're going to clear the field. There's been a lightning strike detected within the 8-mile radius that will put this game into a delay. We talked about a severe thunderstorm watch in effect in this part of Connecticut until about 8 o'clock Eastern time, and it looked like we were going to dodge things, but unfortunately there is lightning nearby, so the players will be taken off the field, and they'll request the fans to take shelter as well. Hopefully it will miss us. It's just in the area right now, so we'll keep an eye on things. But for the moment, we have a weather delay here in Bristol. Port Washington 7, Lincoln 2 in the 5th. We'll keep you posted and back once we can resume here in Bristol. Happy to say the sun is shining. The storms have passed here in Bristol, Connecticut. After a 1 hour and 15-minute weather delay, we are set to resume Game 1 of the Metro Regional between Port Washington, the New York State champions, and Lincoln, the Rhode Island champions. Here's how we got here, with New York jumping out with 2 runs in the first. Carlo Cafferata with the big hit. An RBI double. They got those 2 runs in the first. They would add 4 more in the third. Jack Gomez with a 2-run single, part of that 4-run third inning. They would add a run in the 4th inning for their 7 runs. Rhode Island put 2 on the board in the 3rd inning. So New York's been in the lead from the start. Rhode Island, though, threatening. They got those 2 runs in the 3rd, and when the weather delay hit, they were trying to put something together, and that's where we resume. Adrian Duffney at 2nd. Tucker Shonier after a walk at first, so 2 on with 1 out as we get set to resume play with Danny Linares at the plate. The weather delay began at 5:45 p.m. Eastern time. That's when they pulled the teams off the field with 1 out in the bottom half of the 5th inning in this 6-inning game. Game 1 of the double elimination tournament, with New York in front by 5. Eric Freed and Gabby Sanchez back with you here in Bristol. We did not get a drop of rain. There was electricity in the area. That's the reason for the delay. They didn't even bring the tarp onto the field. So the field's fine, and the sun is shining as we resume play at 7 o'clock. Hour and 15-minute delay is over, and Linares up there swinging and fouls it off, and it's 0-2. Cade Santos struck out against Carlo Cafferata. Duffney reached on an infield hit before Shonier walked.
And different than in big league baseball, Cafferata back out there. Usually in these kind of situations, you would see a new pitcher on the mound, but this is Little League baseball. They're ready to go. Uh-oh.
Knocked down, good play by the catcher, good throw, and out is the call.
I
see if we have a challenge here. First of all, great job by Gabriel, kept it in front. Duffney hesitated, then took off, and now we'll see if we're going to have a replay review here requested by Rhode Island.
I tell you this, the tag seemed to be high. And I think that foot gets in there before the tag is applied. I don't know what.
Did he get him on the left arm before contact with the base would be the question, Gabby.
I don't think so. I think that foot was in. This is going to give us a good view here. Where's that foot? That foot seems to be on right there before the tag is even applied.
Now remember, words like seems.
Right, and that's the point. You have to be 100%
call on the
overturn.
field is out.
So if they feel like that tag is applied to that shoulder area, even if it's at the same exact time, and that's where kind of it gets lost. So some people think, oh, tag's always going to the runner. That is not the case. What it is whatever's on the field is what the call is going to be if it is a tie.
He doesn't get below the waist at all. It comes up high, and he doesn't get the chest. I think it's that angle from the low first base camera where we saw him get tagged in the elbow. That may be the one that's enough to turn it around. But this angle right here, Gabby.
If he does get tagged in the elbow, though, that foot is in. So he has to get tagged, because look where the elbow is. It's up high. So there, that foot looks like it's
base,
in
right
before that tag is applied. But if he does now tag in the armpit area, that's a little bit different.
Here's the other question, too. I think the thing to watch for is when, because he goes in so hard with the slide, when is the base dislodged? That may be the defining moment, because that's when you know that you can guarantee the base has been hit by the foot.
Correct.
So when you put that all together, there may not be enough to overturn it.
Now, I don't know what Duffney was doing, because the play is right in front of him. I know you want to be aggressive, but you got to also look at the scoreboard, and it's 7-2. Do you take a chance there to go to third base? He ends up going. This is going to be an interesting one. They're going to take their time and make sure that they get the call right.
Again, you see the little man who just made the big play, the catcher, Michael Gabriel, who made the good stop right in front, made the good throw. Tag was high, and that's what Rhode Island is counting on right now. If that tag that got up too high before the foot got in there, again, we'll take a look. I think this is the look right here. When does the base get knocked loose? there. We're going to blow it up a little bit. This is great.
It looked like, to me, the foot seems to be on, but you can't really tell 100% because
Right.
it's very grainy. But there's the base starting to come off.
When there's contact with the arm on that frame, it may be one frame before that. So as you can imagine, long review, and safe is the call. So a successful challenge by Rhode Island. So the call's overturned, and the most relieved person in Connecticut and all of New England is Adrian Duffney down to third base. First and third, 2-2 the count to Danny Linares. Full count. Drew Theoharis got the start for New York. Carlo Cafferata on in relief. Ball 4. Here comes the runner from third, sliding in safely. Throw gets away, and the runners will hold at first and second for Rhode Island. They've got another run, and it's 7-3 in the fifth.
Tell you what, Duffney could book it. My goodness, there's a lot of speed there. There's not that much of a backstop behind home plate. It's not like there's a lot of room. It's very close, and I mean, this was an easy score.
Duffney reached on an infield single with one out here in the fifth. He comes around to score. Shonier and Linares with back-to-back walks. The number 12 hitter, Harry Mellon, is next up. But time is called. Conversation on the mound for New York.
Well, walks are what's going to kill you in these type of situations. I think that's what's being expressed. Hey, look, throw it over the plate. Let them put the ball in play. Let the defense behind you work. Tell you what, when you kind of look at the defense, this New York defense, this Port Washington defense is very, very good. They've been making every single routine play, balls coming at them. They secure the baseball. So as a pitcher, go ahead, let them put the ball in play.
Manager for Rhode Island, Kevin Green, who coaches first, as he was heading back to the first base coach's box, pumping up the Rhode Island crowd that's as loud as it's been all day long. Fouled off by Mellon for strike one. First and second, one out, one run in here in the bottom half of the fifth. Harry walked his first time. The 0-1. Tried to check his swing, could not. It's 0-2. Chop back to the pitcher. The throw to third for one, and that's all they'll get. So they get the lead runner as Shonier is retired. Mellon to first. Linares down the second, two down.
Coming up to the plate, number 5, Jackson Lockhart.
Back to the top of the order for Rhode Island, and Jackson Lockhart, who's 0 for 2 today with an RBI, brought in a run with a ground out in the third. Lays off for ball one. Did he check his swing? He did on the appeal. 2-0.
Man, Lockhart here, guarantee you he wants to put some damage on the board and keep this inning going.
In there for a strike, 2-1 now to the leadoff hitter for Lincoln Little League out of Rhode Island. Playing in the regionals for the first time since 2013. They've been playing from behind all game long. Trying to cut into the deficit here with 2 down in the fifth. 2-2. Breaking ball is up for a ball. Full count with 2 down in the 5th. Swung on and missed. Big strikeout for Cafferata, and that will do it for Rhode Island. They score 1 in the 5th, but the reliever for Port Washington digs deep, gets the strikeout, and we head to the 6th in Bristol. All right, we had an hour and 15-minute weather delay, so that means our next game between New Jersey and Connecticut obviously is being delayed. It's supposed to start at 7 o'clock Eastern time. The start time will be determined after the completion of this game between New York and Rhode Island. The winner of this game will take on the winner of New Jersey and Connecticut Monday, 1 o'clock Eastern. And the loser of this game will take on the loser of our next game in our first elimination game in the Metro region tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Darien Little League, the Connecticut State champions, ready to go. Little delay for Darien and Bayonne out of New Jersey. But we are into the 6th inning now between New York and Rhode Island. Hugo Fierro, 4th pitcher of the game used by Rhode Island. Hits Ethan Spitalnik with a pitch. And Ethan's aboard to start things here in the 6th as Port Washington looks for a little insurance.
Now batting, number 16.
And that's the first batter to reach against Fierro.
Theo Harris.
Yeah, the first 1, 2, 3 inning for Rhode Island so far in this ballgame.
On front of the plate, the throw to first is going to be in time. Moving down to second is Spitalnik, as Luca Theo Harris moves the runner over.
I tell you what, it's really fun to watch Little League Baseball. Guys defensively, you know, being able to get out there and make the plays, especially on bunts, but executing the bunt, getting it down, getting that runner over, beautiful thing to watch.
Mikey Coutinho grounded out in the 2nd, was hit by a pitch and scored the 7th run for Port Washington. Back in the 4th. Ball 2. Three and 0 to the number 11 hitter, Coutinho. There's a strike, 3 and 1.
I'm interested to see
right now if Rhode Island, if they're going to go ahead and keep the Arrow in this ballgame. Because if you do lose this one, he would still be able to come back and pitch tomorrow.
Full count. He's up to 23 pitches now.
But it's where it started, correct?
Well,
This
that's
at
right.
bat. So if they
You can
if they
finish
take
this
him out,
batter, but you go beyond this, then you
Then
can
you
go up
can't.
to 55 pitches, correct. I think, too, as the fourth pitcher used today by Rhode Island, maybe it's his game right now in the sixth. Just try to keep it a 4-run game and hope you can pull out some magic in the bottom half of the sixth inning. It looks like they're riding with Hugo right now. Again, this is in Little League Baseball. The thresholds you reach, you have to rest. Right now, he would not be able to pitch tomorrow. Back over his glove up the middle for a base hit. Duffney can't handle it. Here comes an insurance run. Spitalnik scores. Second runner being waved around. The throw is being held. 2 big runs for Port. Brandon Kine gets his second hit of the game. It brings in 2. There's an error on the play as well. 9-3.
Kine does a really nice job. Low line drive right back up the box. Duffney, he was trying to come in to make a play. He knows that he couldn't allow another run.
Looped down the line and just fouled.
Unfortunately, though, that ball gets behind him. And because it does, all of a sudden, New York's able to score 2 runs.
Jackson Gorinsky walked and scored in the first, walked and scored again in the third, doubled in a run in the fourth. That's hit into foul ground. And the count's 0-2. The Arrows 0-2. Misses the mark. Aggressively heading down to third and getting in safely, and it gets away. Another error will be costly for Rhode Island as another run scores for Port. Kine comes around. 4 errors for Rhode Island, 2 in this inning, hurting Lincoln. 10-3.
This ball gets behind, Kine off and running, and sometimes you gotta just get that ball and put it in your back pocket. No reason to throw there. Looked like Kine had it the whole entire way. Sometimes when you fall behind, though, you want to do something extra rather than, nope, there's not going to be a play there. Let me just hold on to this. Leave the runner at third base.
I think that's a great point where you're talking about Duffney. Duffney is trying to come up with it in stride and show off his arm and get it out at the plate. Just trying to keep it right there. But
sometimes when you do that aggressive plays, you know, obviously you take your head off the ball just for a second. That ball gets below you. Now all of a sudden, you know, it's a lot of guys being able to run around the bases and score a couple.
Guys trying to make plays.
Guys trying to make plays. That's all it is.
Not coming together right now for Lincoln. Base is empty with 1 out in what's now a 7-run game. 2-2 the count to Gorinsky. This is hit well to center field. Duffney's going back. Duffney's got it.
Boy, he could go get it. This is not an easy play either. Gorinsky hits this ball really well. He was probably thinking he's got himself another double.
Number 53.
But we talked about it. Duffney, if it's up in the air, he's going to go get it.
Here's Carlo Cafarita. Doubled in a run in the first, walked and scored in the third, was hit by a pitch rather in the fourth. 1-1. Bases on balls and hit batters costly for Rhode Island today. They walked 2 in the first, 1 of the 2 scored. They hit a batter in the second. That runner didn't come in. Third inning was a big inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks. 3 of the 5 scored. 2 hit batters in the fourth. Hit batter and a walk here in the sixth.
So that's 7 of the 10 runs on 3 passes.
Two one. You're tuning in looking for Connecticut and New Jersey. We had an hour and 15-minute weather delay in this Metro matchup between New York and Rhode Island. So that has pushed the start time for Metro game number 2 back. Two from Fierro. Out to right center field, moving over quickly is the right fielder Sheridan, and that will do it. Last chance for Rhode Island here in Metro Region game number 1. 10-3 New York as we head to the bottom half of the 6th in Bristol. Ten 5-0 for New York, 3-3, and a costly 4 for Rhode Island as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. And last chance for Lincoln Little League, but they have the bats they want coming up. 2, 3, and 4. First up for Kevin Green's team, and there is the New York manager, Dave Gabriel, hoping his team could put it away, and they'll go to the bullpen for a second time. Jackson Gorinsky will come on to try to close it out for Port Washington.
Yeah, we were just watching Gorinsky throw. Boy, I mean, he's got a good secondary.
Slow roller to third. Jack Gomez shows the arm just in time. Martinelli, the speedy Luca, retired. 1 down.
I'll tell you this, Jack Gomez, he did that on purpose. He wanted to show off that absolute cannon of an arm.
Now batting number 44, Milo Sheridan.
Martinelli, he's flying down that line, just showing it off.
Well, 1 to Milo Sheridan. A couple of walks for Sheridan today. A reminder, it's a double elimination, modified double elimination tournament here in Bristol. Loser of this game will be in the elimination bracket, try to work their way out of it and get to the regional championship. Strike to Sheridan, 2-1. So if Rhode Island does not come back in this game, they will play tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Tough hop to the shortstop. Kine with a great grab and throw. This is what Port has done all summer long. Great defense, and they're showing it here in the 6th.
I mean, look at the ball bounce. I mean, it hits a divot and goes straight up. And Kine stays with it, and not only that, shows it off, and here it is. Hits, boom, stays behind it, and then really quick release over to first. What a play.
We talked to the manager, Dave Gabriel, yesterday. What did he tell us? He said, you guys will love Brandon Kine.
He wasn't lying.
We're falling in love with Brandon Kine with plays like that. Well done, Brandon, at shortstop.
I've seen big leaguers, when it takes a hop like that, get out of the way. He just stayed with it like nothing, released on his back foot. Beautiful throw over to first. Easy for a pitcher, too. Just go ahead, hit it anywhere you want. I got the defense behind me.
3-1 to Hugo Fierro. 2 down for Rhode Island here in the 6th, down to their final out. Ball 4, and Rhode Island has a base runner with 2 down here in the 6th inning. New York holds on to win. They next play Monday afternoon, 1 o'clock here in Bristol against the winner of our next game between Connecticut and New Jersey.
Now batting for Rhode Island is number 13, John
We have a courtesy runner here as the pitcher, Fierro, will come out.
Number 44, Milo Sheridan.
And Milo Sheridan will run at first base. Here's John Radigan, 0 for 2 today. Foul ground and out of play for strike 1. New York scored 2 in the first. They added 4 in the third. They're up 6-0 before Rhode Island got on the board. Rhode Island was chipping away 3 runs in the top of the 6th inning, though, putting it away for Port Washington. 1-1. Works inside for ball 2, 2-1. Ball 3.
One thing, too, that you know about this Lincoln Rhode Island team, they're not going away. They're not just giving away at bats. They're playing till that last out.
And you mentioned the number before. This summer, this Lincoln team is 5-0 in elimination games. So they have done some of their best work with their backs against the wall this summer. So back-to-back walks from Gorinsky, and here's Ryder Norman. 0 for 2 today. Merrick Fierro, third base coach, will come down and have a quick chat with Norman. First pitch from Gorinsky. Up and in for ball 1. Ryder grounded to second in the second, reached on the fielder's choice in the 4th. Well out of the zone for ball 2, 2-1. Good heat, swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. Lincoln down to their final strike. 2 on, 2 out here in the 6th. So you go to the curve here, Gabby.
I think you just stay with the heat, especially after that last one. Well, he did.
Counts full.
It's funny. It doesn't matter where you are, what league you're in, if it's little league or high school. Hardest out to get is that last one in baseball.
Here's Exhibit A for that. 3 straight walks with 2 outs. So after the great play at short by Kine, 2 quick outs. Fierro walked, Radigan walked, Norman walked, and now conversation for this Port Washington team try to settle things down for Gorinsky.
And it goes to show, too, in the top of that inning, those 3 runs, the insurance runs, and how big they're playing now. They don't score 3 runs, all of a sudden it's a grand slam away to a tie ball game.
So that is PJ Gorinsky talking to his son.
Now batting number 8, Eli Lambert.
Eli Lambert 0 for 2 today. Fouled off for strike 1. Eli struck out in the second, grounded out in the 4th. Trying to keep things going here for Lincoln. Gorinsky's 1-1. Up for a ball, it's 2-1. Popped up on the infield. Put away by Theo Harris at second base, and that will do it. That last out was tough to get.
Yes, it was.
But they got it, and they have a win, does Port Washington, the New York State champions, playing in their first ever regional, pick up a victory. And they'll next play Monday, 1 o'clock. In a matchup of undefeated teams, they'll take on the winner of our next game between Connecticut and New Jersey. Jumped out early and just kept Rhode Island at arm's length.
Yeah, you look at this Port Washington team, very good offensive team. I mean, puts a lot of pressure on the pitchers. But I will tell you this, with this Lincoln, Rhode Island team, they never gave up, not one time. Gotta love that if you're the manager.
So they will play in an elimination game tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Eastern time, against the loser of our next game between New Jersey and Connecticut. Still waiting on a start time for that one. On or about 8 o'clock, 8:15 would be my guess, but keep tuned for that. And we mentioned for Rhode Island, 5-0 in elimination games this summer. So they've been in this position before. We'll see what they can do tomorrow night. Next time we see New York will be Monday afternoon, 1 o'clock Eastern time. They pick up the victory over Rhode Island, 10-3 the final here in Bristol.